Hello everyone, welcome to Winning Harmonic Trader. In this video, I will explain why I think this commodity bull market is a commodity supercycle. I don't think I explained properly in last video. You only need one major bull market to be rich. So that is the main reason I'm explaining this here. I'm going to approach from technical perspective, right? I'm not smart enough to know the fundamental reasons. So I'll go over technical reasons. So first, let's have a look at oil. So this is oil chart. I'm going to clean up. So the reason oil is a major bull market is because of this. X, A, B, C, D. This is started in 1998 and ended to 2020, right? So this pattern. So this is a 22-year-old pattern, huge pattern. If we look closely, in fact, the actual low is here. So it's even longer, right? So 34-year-old pattern. So depending on here or here, it doesn't really matter. So maximum 34-year-old pattern. So once in 3 decades, right? So once in 2 decades, such a huge, huge pattern. In other words, we won't be able to see this pattern anytime soon, right? So that is why I think oil is in major bull market, right? So if we move on to natural gas, this one has more history. Same thing, right? X, A, B, C, D. So 2020 and 1981. So that is 29-year-old, right? 29-year bullish path. So generally, the bigger the pattern, the longer the pattern, the coming move is stronger, right? And lasts longer. So this is almost 30 years, right? Once in 3 decades move, right? So natural gas is also in a huge bull market. Silver chart is the most interesting. So again, let me clean up. Here, it has smaller bullish pattern here, right? But why this is important is because of this trend line. This trend line here, right? Look where it ends, right? These two meet here, right? The end point of bullish bat meets this strong trend line, and then it took off, right? So that is why silver is major bull market. Not only that, we also have this one, right? This resistance, this area has been resistance for 45 years, since 1980. Last year, silver broke above it, right? So its 45-year pattern is broken. 45-year resistance was broken, right? So with these two reasons, silver is also in major bull market. Gold, same thing, right? Silver and gold go together. So this one here, it doesn't have a harmonic pattern, right? However, it has this trend line, strong trend line. And if I draw a parallel channel, like this. I connected this one, right? I didn't look at this one. So it's also a major support and take off, right? So gold is also in major bull market. Nickel, right? Nickel is here. It has a bullish band here, another bullish band here, back-to-back bullish band. So 1998 to 2016, that's 18 years. And then from 2016 to 2025, that's 9 years, right? So combined 27-year bull market, right? Huge bull market in nickel. Copper, I haven't followed long. I just recently followed. But it's very bullish chart here. It's about, again, this trend line, major trend line, right? It's about to break out, right? So touching many times. The longer it takes it, touches it, the weaker the resistance, right? So it's getting closer to breakout. So with these reasons, right? Commodity markets, all of these are major bull market. That is why I think commodity bull market itself is a commodity supercycle. Okay? And now, not only that, now the timing, right? Time-wise is important too. So here, okay, I'll remove the trend line. I can draw again. I have this trend line, right? The most important trend line to me, right here. And I draw a parallel channel. Here. I connected this line, right? This point, and I got this. And here too. Not only that, here. In fact, let's go here. Here. December last year was a major turning point, right? Look what happened, right? So this major trend line, this channel, and then this trend line meet here, and then oil, right? Take off. And not only that, now here, right? This one, it's here, right? So it oil meets at this trend line and then strongly bounce back, right? In July. So remember July. Same with the natural gas. It bottomed April, right? And then retested in July, and now it support is holding, right here. Same thing. In July, natural gas got support, it's holding. April, July, right? Major support in July. Silver, so I removed it. So same thing here. Silver, this trend line, meet in July, right? And this tiny trend line too, and then bounce back, right? So July, again July. Gold too, right? Gold I got here. In fact, the silver has many trend line too. I didn't draw all of them. So many trend lines meet around July. So again, this one, there are a couple more. And also there's a harmonic pattern too, if you look closely, right? X, A, B, C, D. So many patterns. I think 6 of them are bullish pattern in July. In the case of silver, look at gold, right? Gold got this. All of these are support, right? 1, 2, 3, and there's a distant one here. So three of them are near in July, right? June, July. I called the bottom in June, June 25, but this thing happened. Very close, but not perfect. In July, nickel, same, right? Now this is weekly. If we go to monthly, back to previous one is better. Here, again, July, right? Major support in July. And copper is about to break out, right? And holding support here, right? July, right? Time frame here. So that is why not only these commodities are strong bull market, super cycle, now, meaning July and August, are major turning point. Okay? Major support all at the same time. So that is why now is very important turning point. June, July, August is a very important turning point. As I mentioned in the previous video, not all bull market is equal. Not all time is equal. Not all price is equal. This bull market is not a regular bull market. It's a super bull market. And this time, June, July, August, is not a normal time. It's not regular time. Okay, it's a strong turning point. And the price, this price, is a major support. And not only that, we have a very limited downside, right? Because this is a major support, the downside, right, is for me, my oil stop is below $50 on a monthly basis, on a monthly closing basis. So it's only $30 risk, right? Then what's the reward, right? My reward, my oil target is minimum 200, maximum 500. Even minimum 200, right? The risk reward ratio is great, right? So about $30 risk and then $120 reward, right? And that's minimum, right? So compare with the risk, reward is great, right? Natural gas, my risk is 250, right? 250 on a closing basis, right? So very little risk, and my target of natural gas is $20 or more, right? Minimum $20. So this one has more history. I believe natural gas will make all-time high, right? There are here $16, right? But here, so I measure my target using this trend line, right? Look at this. Even if we stop at 2030, right? Which is the minimum here, 29 here, right? $20.55, right? So that's how I measure my target. So natural gas around $20 minimum. Silver again 200 minimum and 500 maximum, right? Sorry, I was talking about risk, right? Not the reward. Here, risk and reward together. So risk is 50, right? 50 on a closing basis. And then reward is 200 or 500, right? So, and gold, right? We are here, right? So these are strong support. Risk could be 3,500, right? Around here, that's risk. Less than $1,000 risk. But target is, right? Gold target is, this is a minor risk resistance. It's here, right? My target is here, 13,000 to here 14,000, right? But that is not the maximum, right? So that's, and we could get some bigger targets if we look closely. But let's say even minimum 13,000 or 14,000. So all of these, right, has a great reward and small downside relatively, right? For the short-term investors, the risk is big, but for the long-term investor, trader like me, the downside is very limited compared with the strong, bigger reward, right? That is why this is the time. This time is to invest big, increase the bet size, right? As for me, right? Again, this is not, I'm not recommending anything to anybody. I'm just showing what I'm doing. So to me, it is time to invest big, increase the bet size, right? Normally, I don't do that, right? But this one, as I said, not all bull market is equal, not all time is equal, and not all price is equal. But this time in this bull market, it's time to bet big. So instead of going after singles or doubles, I'm swinging for a grand slam. Okay, so bases are loaded, and I'm swinging for a grand slam. Okay, hope I have clearly delivered my message. Okay, so in summary, this commodity bull market is a commodity super cycle, and now it's time to bet big. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a great day.